Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to update you guys on some news, particularly pertaining to the pandemic here in Bangkok, Thailand. Give you guys a heads up about what's going on currently here in Bangkok, particularly if you're outside of the country and looking to come back in and seeing how the things are, if they're in favor of you guys coming back in, how easy it's gonna be, what are some things to expect, etc, etc. So this video is gonna be mostly about that and some news about what's going on today here in Bangkok. Make sure that you guys subscribe, give this video a like, click notifications for more videos like this, and comment in the comment section below about today's topics. Alright, so let's get into it. Well, since December, I believe, of last year, the borders have technically opened for tourism, but you have to apply for, I suppose, a special tourist visa. Supposedly the special tourist visa is longer than a typical one. You still have to do a mandatory 14-day quarantine. So unfortunately there's that. So far there's no news about when or if they're gonna lift the mandatory 14-day quarantine, and I heard in even some other countries it's longer. So 14 days, and when you do the quarantine here in Bangkok, you have to do it at a ASQ, and it's typically at a designated hotel, and the hotels can be quite expensive for 2 weeks with not that many luxuries that they have to offer from what I've seen and read. So the cheapest one I would expect maybe around 30,000. I think it's from 30,000 to even like 80,000 baht for the 2-week quarantine. Depending on which hotel that you decide on, yeah, it can be quite costly. However, despite the borders opening up, there hasn't been that many tourists that have come into the country as expected. From what I've read, they put a limit to 1,200 tourists coming in every month, but it's estimated that less than 400 people have come in every month since the borders have open to tourism. Some other news for this year, a lot of condos have dropped in price, especially, for example, my condo here that I've gotten here, as you can see in the background. I even got this condo for about, well, for rent, they slashed the price 50%, and I was able to negotiate after 50% like 1,000 baht off the overall monthly rent. There are a lot of good deals right now, especially with the pandemic going on. Now is really the time for renting a nice place, getting a good deal on apartments here in Bangkok, as well as even buying. So condo prices are expected to continue to fall this year in 2021. However, they are also expecting that prices will rise as soon as the pandemic is over. Condo prices have dropped around 11% in the past year. Also, the number of new condos have dropped by around 39% since the pandemic started. However, again, once the pandemic is over, prices are expected to shoot back up, and the growth of constructing new condos is expected to continue. Some other news lately, especially this past week, has been pretty brutal in terms of pollution. You probably noticed it, especially if you've been here, living here, but if you haven't, just a heads up, expect that there's gonna be some days with pretty bad pollution. Just in this last week, 59 of the areas in Bangkok has seen some excessive dust, for example, like yesterday and the day before. And even today, as we look out at the skies, it is quite hazy looking, and it is definitely not a fog. That is the pollution here. So keep that in mind, that the pollution probably next month is gonna be particularly a bit severe. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the second lockdown here in Bangkok, Thailand. So the lockdown this year suddenly happened for me. I didn't notice it. It was very subtle and it happened very quickly. I think it was right around a couple days after the New Year's had ended. Second lockdown had been implemented. So I noticed it first when I was at my gym in my condo upstairs. I was running on the treadmill and they had told me to get out because of COVID. At first I thought they were just gonna clean the gym, but actually they ended up closing the gym for the second lockdown. Not just the gym, but also the condo pool. And I think this is the case for many condos here in Bangkok. Expect that the gyms and the swimming pools at these condo complexes to be closed. There might be some exceptions, I'm not sure. My friend, for example, at his condo claims that his pool is still open with a little bit of restriction. Be on the lookout for that. I believe the second lockdown here in Bangkok, Thailand is expected to end around the end of this month. So pretty soon, hopefully that is the case. I think it will end if the cases don't rise or there's no spike in cases and if they continue to fall. So hopefully I think the second lockdown here will end by the expected time. at the end of this month and here in January. I know for myself and as many other people, we're probably looking forward to things being open. However, I would say the second lockdown hasn't been as bad as the first. For example, we still have some places open where you can eat in, and as well as some cafes where you can still sit in and enjoy some coffee or other drinks. There are still a lot of things closed, such as entertainment venues, nightlife venues such as bars, clubs, and many other places have closed. I know that these businesses have been hurt pretty badly. Most of us are looking forward to these places opening once again next month. With the updates on the pandemic, the total cases have risen to a total amount around 12,500 or so. As for other news, when is the vaccine going to be distributed here, especially in Thailand? It's expected that next month is going to be the first distribution of the vaccine. The first batch of the vaccine is going to be the Chinese vaccine. It is expected to be distributed by next month in February and continue to be distributed in March and April of this year. There is another vaccine, and that is going to be distributed in the second half of 2021. And that vaccine is the Swedish pharmaceutical company, AstraZeneca. If some of you guys are curious or thinking about coming on over to Thailand, here, especially here in Bangkok, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what's going on today or in recent news, what to expect, and what to look out for. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? Is there anything I also missed? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Let me know also if you enjoyed this type of video, and if you did, I'll be sure to make more. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps. Good luck on your future endeavors and travels, and I'll be sure to see you guys in the next video. Anyways, take care.